Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Okay, let's get the Discord stuff set up. Announcements. That's everyone. Nope, that's not what I'm doing. At Entropia. What was my title? I forget. There we go. Copy. Live now. Twitch.tv/. Okay. Copy, paste. That one. Live streams. Boom. Alright. We're good, I think. Wait, no, I don't have the stream up. Alright. What are we up to today? I've been trying to get blue claims. Because we need points. And at this point, it feels like we need a full-on 3,000 claims. Which really sucks. Oh no, loud. Try to turn this down a bit. There we go. Okay, let's hope there's nobody here. Cross our fingers. Maybe we get lucky. Look at ourselves. Dang it. Maybe they're slacking. Who is it? Crude over there. It's crazy they just leave the ore. Like, half these bombs, half the claims are like 3 bombs worth of head. Like, it's mental that they just let the oils expire. Oh, don't attack me. Brick. Let's see if there is anything in the ground. No. Okay. Not looking to die. Thank you. Need... Okay, dude. Okay, well. Jeez. Don't lock my door? Hold on. Good. No interruptions. Okay, well, maybe we can get lucky. Get some, Actually, what's faster? This is probably faster. Nope, cooldown. Shit. So, what I'd like is to get some more badges today. That'd be really nice. We gotta get this to 1900, even though we'll be here sooner than we'll ever have the augmented pieces. Unfortunately. But that's okay, because we probably need to go beyond that anyway. So that's not the worst thing in the world. And I don't have my Twitch open. Okay, we need to do our ghostly Zen minerals. Oh, we need to do, yeah, badges, ghostly, 1 or 2 blue runs. I really want to get this to at least 10%. We still need so much. So much. But once we get this one, I really wonder how much it costs to buy. They're never on the market. And I was debating on the land deed stuff. I'm trying to figure out if that is a avenue like that's worth it. I feel like it might be, especially with compounding. Like it would take, like in theory, if you put in money straight up, it would take 4 years to get it back in PED, and then you would obviously have the deeds. But with compounding, it would take way less than that. Well, significantly less than that. So, I didn't fully do the math on it. Maybe that's one of the goals today. But who knows? Okay, we got 1 purple, so that saves us on the whole run here. That's nice. Man, my purple's growing almost faster than my clear. Which reminds me, I need to... Oh, don't have an item link. I really need to make my coffee pasta for selling stuff. Man, there's gotta be 1 more purple. Let's drop me a tiny. Right. Oh, I thought we had it. Why do I keep getting emails, bro? We didn't get it. Oh, we still got 2 more to drop. Alright, let's do that real quick. How is everybody today? What's going on? Drop 1 there. Drop 1 there. Just hope we get the second one. Or hit oil so we know. Really? Oil? Purple? Okay, now I'm confused. We got a 2 drop, but do I just drop another one here? Maybe we get lucky. Nope. That's no fun. Still haven't decided if I'm putting the ban on trying to go for this molten. It's been like, it feels like 10, 15 runs through here where I haven't gotten any molten. And once again, actually all these islands the last few days have been like weirdly bad. Yesterday especially, that was criminal levels of yeah, I can't hit a rainbow there. Haven't been hitting hazy on either of these. I'll hit the odd rainbow on that one. What's up, Toggle? How you doing? I applied for a creator program, I guess. I don't know if this is the same creator program as their grandfathered one or what it is, but if it was a real email, I sent the application. It just opens up a Google Doc that you submit. We got rainbow here, but none of these other places. That's okay, we need this. Even though it's kind of a money sink, but we gotta build the rainbow. Gotta build the rainbow position. Yeah, and I want to do the I want to do the giveaway draw today. It'll hit the pet card. I really need to get this crystal, or clear crystal sold. If I get the clear crystal sold, I'm now a self-sustaining player. If it doesn't sell, I'm fucked. And I gotta make a copy pasta. Notes. Create new note. Sticky note. Why is it why is it red? I don't know if I like that at all. Want to sell. No, that's not it. Who's this? Data specs. Strange player. Makes weird choices. About mining. Copy image link. Want to sell. 114.4 head TT. Maybe I put that before the item? No, that's better. Percent. We need this to sell. I'm not gonna try and sell the purple yet, because it's low right now. It's really low. I actually wonder if I'm getting all of it. And that's why the stuff that's hitting market is just kind of selling quick. Because I've been, like I said, this is growing almost faster than my clear is now. Because I can hit this more consistently. Yeah. This is way underpriced. I should have just bought it. I should, what I want to try and start doing is not selling everything and actually trying to go for the markups. Because now, like, I'm kind of established. Like, I have stuff and I know I can make more than I'm spending. So I can hold on to things longer if I can sell this clear crystal. Because then I'll have, you know, like what, 1,200 ped to work with. That should be well enough to, like, self-sustain and still turn profit. I think. We'll see. I feel like I chipped my tooth. I don't think so. Yeah, okay, you guys are talking about... So, with this stuff, right? The Entropia exchange. What's... Browse your accounts and transfer to your pet card? What does that mean? Ped accounts? You can have more than one ped card? Oh, this doubled up. Somebody sold their position. So, okay, so if this earns you 1 peck per week per thing, right? The math on this for me is difficult. So you'd need 100 of these to generate 1 ped per week, right? So that'd be, let's say on average, 23 times 100, obviously, so that's... It'd be 2,300 ped. So, per week, that would give you back 1 ped? That doesn't make sense. Who was telling me this was a good... No. Am I crazy? Yeah, because it's 100, so it'd be 1 ped per week. So it'd still take 2,300 weeks to break even. That doesn't add up. I'm confused. I thought I had math for it, but I could be just wrong. Okay. How many bombs we got? 100? Why is everybody at my teleporter? What's going on here? Let's go see if Zell's up. I assume all these have been done. And it'll still be impossible to get people. And it's not up. I think the only one I got yesterday was Swamp. That was sad. Okay, well, we'll double down. We'll check, we'll check biome, but we'll also get the ghostly. Do this quick. I don't know if this investment's worth it. If I wasn't doing this, I'd have probably an extra 100 ped. But if it sells, I make an extra 50 ped. So, I guess we'll see. So I think maximum this rucksack piece will sell for 200, and it cost me about 150 to make it. And time, but... So is it worth it? I don't know, and it hasn't reset yet. Fuck. Really? I streamed later yesterday? Or, no, I didn't stream yesterday. Or did I? I can't remember, everything's blurred. So confused. Okay, so we can't do that, so we'll go mine some blue. Actually, what I need to do is put like a copy-paste thing, not just for clear, but for everything that I have. That way, if I get blue, if I get whatever, I can just like try and sell it. I think there's like 3% on blue, which is not bad. I've been like trade terminaling it, but like maybe I shouldn't be. 'Cause, I mean, honestly, every dollar, that's like 3 cents. You know, that isn't horrible. Yuck. Oil, I never get that here. Okay, the only thing that sucks is that I mine with this thing for blue. So like actually it burns a lot of PED. So I kind of feel compelled to sell it faster. Which again, would I care if I had my clear sold? Maybe not. Okay, this is not going to be a not going to be a profiting run for this one. I did profit on the last one, so it kind of balances out. It does feel pretty break-even going for this blue stuff. Except these last 2 days. But, I mean, even on, like, the Hall of Fame stuff, I think mining's been pretty ass. Yikes, bro. That's the biggest today? $3,600 is the biggest mining claim today. That's... Oof. Maybe I shouldn't be dropping any bombs. I mean, we found enough claims to cover this run, I think. So if we get 1 or 2 more, we're good. But... hopefully we do. Need to get that number up. Or if I get into the Creator Club, I need to get that number up. Better believe there's going to be YouTube videos made if I get into that. Oh yeah, I was going to sell my fruit. I have so much fruit. I need to figure out the numbers on that though, with the sweet stuff and what it sells for as neutrino bars. Okay, we're finding stuff now. This isn't bad. Can we get like 1 more? 2 more? Let's get super lucky here. This should cover the run, so we're solid there. What's up, everybody watching? You lurking bastards? How is everybody? What are you up to today? What's your Entropia goal? Claim. Yes, we got one. Good. See, there's blue to this side. Odette, Spike, where are you? There's blue on every side of this teleporter. I have proof today. There's blue to all sides. Get that one at the end. Oh yeah, and I want to do the draw for that, you got a 9k off? He was trying to tell me there's no blue on all sides of this thing, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure there is. Today I have proof. So there was no blue to this side of it, and I just mined one up. Got a 9k off. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be a cool thing? I could use that right now. I could definitely use that right now. How you doing, Dan? What's going on? I still haven't updated any emotes for subscribers to the channel. I gotta remember that. Do you guys want emotes? What kind of emotes would you guys want? Not much going on. So my thought during the last stream that I did was that I keep running around and getting all this fruit and it's just sitting rotting in my account, right? So that's not good. And then Toggle was saying I should turn that into neutrino bars because I'd get a higher % markup after everything, which I guess is a good thing. But I was thinking my plan is to take that money and buy Entropia land deeds. So it'd be a very long-term, slow-ass investment. Buy the fruit and charge yourself. So I was thinking that should be my saving account for buying the land deeds, and then that's my exposure to land deeds. So slowly but surely I will keep accumulating them. But could somebody help me with the math on this? So let's say you have 40,000 ped, right? No, let's say 10,000 ped. 10,000 ped, right? 10,000 ped divided by 23 would be 434 land deeds, right? So, yeah, I think we profited there. 434 land deeds, which would generate 4.34 ped a week, right? So is that decimal? Is that decimal 0.0001 interest, essentially? What's up, Jackpot? Or Jack? How you doing? Because I'm trying to figure out how long it would actually take to make back an initial investment into the land deeds if you compounded all the PEC and /PED that was generated back into land deeds. Because, like, you'd want it to be a volume that matters over X amount of years. So I'm confused. What's up, Jack? I am going to do the draw today for last month's giveaway. A little late. I've been so busy, guys. And by busy, I mean trying to do things, but then getting distracted and not really doing the things that I want to be doing as much as I should be. You know. Classic. Like yesterday, I uploaded some photos to a licensing website that I took those photos last October, and I had them edited and everything. I just never actually submit them. You know. Who's that? Shots. How much one land deed costs and what returns gives weekly? Right now they cost 23. They cost on average. That's what the graph is. What was this? It went down to 22. So it looks like the cost around 23 ped per land deed. And at current, they generate 1 peck per week. No, not like LA, not like a land area, but the Calypso Land Deed Trust. Like the actual stock in the Calypso planet. But that's the land area. This is the land deed. 1 peck per week, I believe. And also, how you doing, friend? That's decimal 0.1, yeah, of a ped. Because I'm trying to do the math on, like, if you put X amount into it, and then continuously put the dividend back into the land deeds, how long would that take to make back the initial? So let's say you started with 10,000 ped. Yeah, and Jack, I was thinking if I didn't go for like buying a land area myself, if that's my end goal in all this stuff, it'd probably be a ship, because then I could do ship stuff in the stream and things like that. Depends on what price you bought. Well, I'm saying that, let's say at an average of 23 ped. 10,000 ped investment. It would take 44 years to recoup your investment. If you compounded it all back in at an average of 23 ped. Per 1 deed. To recoup 22 ped. See, I thought that was a terrible investment. Like, people were telling me it was good. But that's compounding back in. So like every time you generate an extra 23 ped, you buy another one to gain that extra. One to 4 peck per week. Yeah, so it can be higher. But I was just thinking, like, if you compound it. Minimum last week. But that's why I'm prepping for worst case. Because obviously if it's 4x that, it would take 11 years. Based off of Frame's math, right? Your money doubled every 12 to 14 years. Is that with the compounding, though? Like, if you just buy more with the dividend, and then keep running it. Because obviously with 10,000 ped, that'd be 434... deeds, so you'd be generating at base 4.34 ped per week. So it would still take 5 weeks, but then you'd get an extra land deed. Use ChatGTP. Okay. We'll use Claude. So, if I buy a land deed for... No. If I invest 10,000 head, and that gets me 434 land deeds, that generate decimal 0.1 head per week. How many weeks would that take to earn my initial investment in head? We'll start this. It'll tell me what you said. 2,304 weeks. 44 years. What if I reinvested all the divid back in at the same average amount? How long would it take? Dividend earnings back in once enough was saved to purchase another deed at 23 head. How long would it take with what if I reinvested all the dividend earnings back in once enough was saved to buy another 3 ped? How long would it take to earn back the initial investment? Guys, we're learning. Look in the Entropia Invest Fund. What does that mean? This is a compound growth problem. Let me work it out. Claude has to think about this? Okay, it's building a table. Look at the Entropia Investment Fund. What's that? Is that here? If you sweat 8 bottle sweat, you got the same payout than 1 week of a deed share. Yeah, but the point is to make something work for you. Who is this? So many people today. Okay. Break even with reinvestment. Without investment, 44.3 years. Deeds at break even. So you'd have, by the time you broke even, you'd have 2,072 deeds at an average of 23 ped per deed, right? provided it didn't go up over time. But it would still take, with the reinvestment, 1,598 weeks. So that'd be 30 years. What do you mean? What does it mean? It's just, as it says, Google it. That's a lot of work. Offline investments are only recommended if your maximum of online active investments are capped. What? No, this says it would take an average of 30 years. But at that point, you'd have 2,072 deeds in your stock, and that 2,000 PEC that's being generated would be 200 PED per week. Which is still only $20, but at that point, 200 times 52, you're generating over $1,000 a year. It just takes 30 years to get there, so this probably isn't worth it. Okay, we went and got blue. What else can we do? Let me go see if the clear is back in stock. You only got 100k peds. I don't have 100k peds. I have 30, or I have 300 ped. Well, I have more than that. I just need to sell my clear. Yeah, it's 2.2 USD. It hasn't sold at all. It has not sold at all. It'll sell eventually. There will be a buyer that wants to put it together. I assume it'll actually be easier to sell once I get to 200 PED TT worth. That'd be my guess. How does the clickers... And do you know why? Why it doesn't sell? I don't know why. I mean, it's basically only used to make these rucksacks and stuff. It'll sell. It's just, if someone's gonna make a rucksack, they probably want the full 2,000. Would be my guess. And then even then, you're doing like pretty specialized. Like I actually think it would be easier to sell if I put it on the auction, but I don't want to put it on the auction because the fees would be ridiculous. But it'll sell at some point. I'm not worried about it. Okay, I don't know if we need to hit me. Or it won't, who knows? Okay, what are you... This thing will be on cooldown even if we go through the TP. Where do I go? What do I do? So, by the looks of it, the land deeds are a no-go. But, that, to be fair, that was at 1 PEC base. So, if you said it can earn up to 4... Because in that case, at the end of it, you could be earning like $80 a week. Which is kind of nuts. Your timing was bad. A few people in front of you, and even after you logged off, sold. Ah, pain. based on how much pet is cycled on Calypso. We need them to get me in the creator program and then help me become the new Never Die. And then we create a new gold rush in Entropia. Easy clap. What do we want to do here? You know what I need? I need Olorin. Used to be super active. During events like ELM, it spikes the weekly payout for CLDT. Interesting. That makes sense. There we go. Okay. Let's try and get... this. We need so much Olorin, it hurts. Maybe my goal today is to get blue crystal mining to 10% of the goal. How long have I played this game? 20 years. Well, off and on, obviously. But I've had an account for 20 years. So I remember CLD, Calypso Landed. No, I never dealt with any of that. All I did was I'd log in and mine. At EU time? Yeah. Oh, it'll sell eventually. I'm not too worried about it. One sec, guys. Okay, we're back. We're 1,000 ped. Yeah, that stings, huh? I never paid attention to that market at all. But the new me, the guy that likes to put things into things and let them go up in value, Diamond Hands, is like, well, maybe should I? Like. No, I've played more than a full year. I played very actively back in the day, like when Port Atlantis was actually bustling and doing that, but I never did anything in the game. Like, I've learned more about the game itself in the last 3 months than I learned playing it. Because I didn't stream, I didn't do any of that stuff. But will it be worth it buying them? I was unemployed for a vast majority of the game's existence, so I have the skills of a 2-year-old avatar. I have the skills of a 2-year-old avatar? Can't you do, like, kill things? Used to give 26% income to all D donors from Calypso income. That's crazy. About 2 years. Huh. That's nuts if it paid that much. Like, imagine. Like, I'm telling you, man, all they gotta do is restructure the game a little bit and make it more social, and it'll pop. I'll stand by that. Like, I applied for the Creator Club because they sent that email out. And if I'm a person that gets behind the scenes access and gets to talk to people, like, I'm gonna bring it up. I don't think it's a negative thing to say. It's too expensive at the moment. Well, that's what I mean. There needs to be more free things. More free things, more customizable things. Like, I'd love to be able to put a skin on this rucksack, because this rucksack is ass, right? Like, make some skins. Make it look like an actual rucksack, or like a hiking sack, or a military sack, or like a different things like that. You can create value out of nothing. Doesn't affect the economy, only adds value, only inspires reasons for money to come into the game. But yeah, like, there's... Need proximity voice chat? No, I don't think you need that. Discord... I don't know. I don't think you'd need to do proximity voice chat. If you ever decided to want to get into hunting, I could tell you how to skill up fast. Had what before? Wait, had proximity voice chat? It's all about yourself. Sure, slow down if your wallet can't stand. Well, no, but I don't think, like, there's... it was back when I started streaming this stuff, I had the argument that, like, there should be a lot more measures in game and in future items and things that the players can actually participate in the game by getting the things. Like, there should be more things than just sweat and fruit and rocks that are more valuable, that are harder to find, rarer to find, or rarer to get, which creates more of a value, that are used in all of the things that are being made, so that the economy can build itself off the free-to-play. I stand by that. I wholeheartedly believe that. I didn't know there was proximity chat. That's funny. Yeah, I don't think you need proximity chat. I just think you need to restructure it a little more as a social MMO, and have Discord integration where it's like, you don't like use the Discord for audio, but like you could make the social side of it through Discord. And I think they're gonna get closer and closer to that. If they're redoing the looks of the avatars, that's already a good start. Like, that was one of my big gripes. Is that they should make the avatar more Gooner friendly. I don't care about that, but people really seem to care about that. That's why Fortnite skins do so well. Like, there's a reason. Just like half the players in this game play women. A, smaller hitbox, I think, in some cases, but B, they're weirdos and like to look at their ass. It's just how it goes. That's just the gamer mentality. It's just a thing that exists. Armor price is the number one? For what? Oh, it's cheaper? Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I've actually heard that before, I knew that. But I think it's both ways. Because I see a lot of people running around with no armor, and it's almost always female accounts. Or avatars. You don't typically see male avatars running around with nothing on. This item's damaged. No. You'd have made an F avatar too. Yo, a pour? That's not bad. Take that one. Man, we're actually getting some oil in today. We're making some progress on our 5,000 claim goal. What is it? 200 is 4%? I think we're just over 2% right now. Crazy. Or if you do, they're wearing a mankini. Yeah. Exactly. I don't know. Like I at a core level want to see this game succeed. I think it's got everything it needs, especially because of the real money aspect. It's ripe for the pick and for moving forward in the current world. It's just they need to add just a couple things, or change just a couple tiny things, and it's not detrimental. You don't even have to gut the crafting system, like I keep saying, and I have said in the past. You don't even have to do that. I know people get really upset when I say that. You can keep it as is. Just keep introducing new items. It runs for 23 years. Yeah, but it's not thriving. It's dying to a degree, right? Like, it's not getting more players. There's a world in which this game could just continually get more players. Like, that's what I want to see. Stagnating, sure. It's distilling down to the core people that play it, and it's not really doing anything above that. The sweaters, but that's what I'm saying. There's no the sweating stuff. It's so oversaturated. Like, even that last event where they're like, hey, bring us like X amount of sweat. It didn't take any sweat out of the system. Like, it didn't make it better for anybody. They revealed the stats. Like, almost nothing realistically was taken out of the system. Yeah. But like, the yeah, I don't know. But like, there's no evolution, because like, yeah, the people come in and sweat, but you're losing more people than the people that stay from sweating, right? There's no graduation from sweating to real player for the majority. There's a small percent that find a way, but the majority of players don't. And the design should be that there should be a graduating step out of sweating into something else. Like, like maybe a system of some kind. I don't know exactly what. I haven't thought about it deeper than this. I'm thinking about it right now for the first time. But a system where players deposit their sweat into something that makes a greater system run, and maybe they get some kind of kickback for that becomes more useful to other players and crafters. Like, maybe create a sink that creates a lesser amount of something else that is used elsewhere. I don't know how exactly. I don't know what to suggest at the moment. But maybe something along those lines. They need to cap the sweat at like 10 to 15k a week on each avatar. Maybe they just need to cap the sweat. Like they do with clear crystal and purple crystal. And then that creates a value. It creates a competition. But is that a race to the bottom for selling it though? That's what I'd be worried about. Well, that's what I've been saying, but like, or they need to create more things that players can do that are maybe more of a value to other players or to the game itself that stops people from just sweating all the time. So then the numbers go down naturally and it creates a balance across multiple things. You know what I mean? Like some players fruit run. But like maybe there's 2 or 3 other things that they could create that are pastimeable, that are maybe even fun mini-game-ish stuff, right? That would inspire players to do those things more. Maybe it's even a more social event, right? To do these things. There's no shot this thing just followed me. This thing's been... I haven't been paying attention. Yeah, it needs to be something valuable, but also social. They need to run in the social vibes. People play World of Warcraft to hang out with their friends that they made in the game, right? Like, people play RuneScape to hang out with their friends in the game. Yeah, they have the grindy goals, but like maybe there should be some grindy-ass goals. And maybe they shouldn't even cost to do. Crazy. Crazy to think about. I'll die on that hill. I don't care. You need people in to generate chances for them to deposit. I will stand by that. I don't think so. I wouldn't be that negative on it. You just need to create more opportunities. Again, maybe it's something that involves teamwork. So like new players under a certain level even, or something, can do something together that costs time. To build up the stuff. And then now you create bonds in the game, which creates loyalty to the game, right? Which creates people spending time in the game, which raises the chances of them just depositing to get ahead and to do the next thing. Does that make sense? Makes sense to me. Like, I'm a pro-human type of person. I'm pro-social interaction. I'm pro relationship and building up and doing that stuff. I think if you could build that aspect or element of a game out, you'd see a greater return long term. This game is very isolationist. Doesn't mean it's not good, it just means it's isolationist. And it's isolationist because of the dollar value and the money factor. Because people are weird about money. where, like, especially with Western culture, people don't like to talk about money. I love talking about it. I don't have that much, but I've made some good choices that'll, you know, hopefully do good for me by the time I retire, if I'm lucky. But, like, I like to talk to people about it and be smart about it and learn about it, but the majority of people don't, right? And that, again, when you're putting that as the core function of a game, like, maybe the core function of this game shouldn't be the fact that it's a real cash economy. Maybe the core function of this game should be that it's a social MMO that has real-world integration. Those who print, you won't see at any social field. Yeah, that's fine. Where is this thing I was just going to? Did I miss it? What they should have done from the start is not allowing unlimited items to have better efficiency than L. Okay, I don't know if I agree, but I haven't read the rest. Because you wouldn't... Like, L items came way later. You're saying that they should have made them the exact same efficiency as the original items? See, I'm a believer there shouldn't even be L items. I despise the L item system, personally. But the chance to increase it with certain L items that limited weapons, armors, etc. can't use. Okay. I see what you're saying. And not allow the low and mid-range players suffer all the backlash as it is now. They're losing out a lot monthly, 100 to 500 USD deposit players, because they suffer too much loss as it is with the current economy system. Huh. I mean, that's why I think right now, to a degree, they should make that contract system that I pitched like probably a month or two ago. They should have a contract system in the game that can loan out or rent out or lend out items, and that would reintroduce thousands and thousands of items in the game back into use, because the people that are hoarding them already can then safely share them with people to use in a way that they can just recall them at the end of the loan or end of the lease or end of the lend, right? So the problem with the unlimited items came first. L items were added later in the game, but I agree the L items need to be better than unlimited to create an incentive. Now you can't go better than the original though. The loss value, they should be exactly the same as the unlimiteds. It's just that the loss value should be on the TT markup of the L items due to crafting by players. No? Like, the money made for the game, or the cost should be in the TT markup, or in the percent markup. Like, a sword that's exactly the same as another sword, but with an L, should be the exact same specs. Personally, I think. Better items, because unlimited items don't go away. Yeah. I also don't like L items, but if all unlimited, the economy would sadly crash eventually for crafters. Yeah, I see that. I understand that. Have better decay, but shouldn't they be the same? Shouldn't they be the same? It's just the cost that should be different in the to buy. Like L items, shouldn't they cost more in general? Oh my god, I can't get this. As their L counterpart? So then what's the problem? Shouldn't that work fine? I feel like that should be okay. But as it's been since like 15 years ago, they limit the amount of good unlimited items, making 1 to 3% of the player's base hoarding all the good stuff. Yeah, that's a problem. That is a problem. But like I said, if they create a contract system that allows those players to safely distribute those items to people with retaining ownership, now you can get a bunch of those items back in play. Because people will for sure. They'll lend them out. They'll let their friends use them. Because they can trust that they're not going to lose it for having to put up mad amounts of collateral, which would actually free up mad amounts of money that's stuck in collateral in renting items and to be actually used in the game. Did that not make sense? I feel like I'm making sense here. Because, like, let's say somebody gives somebody let's say an item is worth $3,000 and they give somebody $3,500 in collateral to use. And they use it, maybe they let them just use it indefinitely, you know, until they want it back. But that's still $3,500 that's locked up in a player's account because they're not going to do anything with it because they need to be able to give it back to that player when they want the item back. So it creates a locked up amount of money in the game across probably hundreds, if not thousands of items in the game at different values that would then be otherwise have been freed up money that they could put back and use in the economy. How much do I have total for sale? Right now, only the I think only the clear. So, TT value, you said? For clear, I have 114.4. As I'm not selling the purple yet, I'm gonna wait till that goes back up in value. And no, it should be that the L items have some advantage. They already have to pay. I don't think so. I think getting the L item is the advantage because you couldn't get the unlimited. The unlimited should always be the best. It's the first, it's the best. It's the Pokemon First Edition box versus the Pokemon Unlimited version box. It should always be the best. Like, the L item is, you're lucky to be able to use this item. Because I don't think it should actually be a fair playing field in that case. Like, you wouldn't have that item if there wasn't an L version of it to use. That's the value of the L item. I don't know. I disagree. Biomes up? Fuck. But that's the point of the L items, though. The inherent point of the L item is to make the item that a player was never going to get available to the player. Like that therein is the value of the L item. Right? So the value otherwise would be to create items that have no unlimited counterpart. That can only exist in L format. It'd be better for the prices. I don't think that's the issue I don't think that's an issue. The pricing of the item, of the L item, isn't an issue of pricing, it's an issue of availability. Like, maybe the blueprints shouldn't be limited. There you go. Now, or there should be a set of L items that are created by unlimited blueprints, therefore making it available, and make it available to everybody that wants to get into it. So now you can dollar cost down, or you can bring down the cost of the L items because they're available to be made by everybody and they're usable. And then that would bring down the TT value and make it more better competition for the unlimited items. Well, just make it more accessible. Like, wouldn't that fix it? Inherently? Or make... No, you don't want them to be more valuable, because you want them to be... You want them to be direct one-to-one competition. Unless you make a different set of items that aren't linked to unlimited items. Yeah, but markup's only a... But markup... Prices wouldn't matter if you could make it back with markup more easily. Like, markup on the things that you loot? Oh, I didn't want to do that. Ah, shit. I didn't want to do this. Ah, shit. Oh, the chase goal of the game, yeah. I agree. They should exist. They're a good thing. But prices, okay, prices wouldn't matter if you could make up. Yeah, but markup exists because it's used because of gatekeeping. Right? So you'd need to try and stop that. But you'd have to, that'd be a matter of making the other items available. Like blueprints and the cost of things. Again, like I said, I think the whole system needs to be overhauled. And it goes right down to sweat and the things that go into items to make them. Like, the game could literally just straight up do a whole ass pivot. Chase goal, they always have been. The L versions are the everyday items used by the majority of players. Yes. I don't think they should be better at all. If the prices of the L items are too high, it's because there is an economical problem in the game, and that's the issue that needs to be balanced. Whether that's more resources and everything kind of levels out. Maybe we could fix it all by removing the RCE from RCE game. Kind of, yes. But I'm saying maybe blur that line. Now, who said bring in more unlimited? I said bring in unlimited blueprints. Not unlimited items. The issue is access, and I'm saying that the access, like, maybe there should be a core set of items in the game that are maybe slightly undervalued, like underpowered, right? That players can simply come in and craft if they get the resources to craft them, or get the skills up with the resources to craft them. which would make those unlimited blueprints would make limited items that could then make a more fair playing field. Unlimited items with high efficiency. Yeah. But there should still be the natural existence of them. How will you fix that? We are all greedy bastards in here. Whatever is hyped, we'll farm and squeeze money from. Sure. But if the value is brought down across the board, which doesn't ruin the prices of anything owned currently, it would simply govern the prices of the new items that are being made. So all the old pre-existing stuff would stay pretty much exactly the same. It would just create a better barrier to entry for low-level players. Or how about this? Maybe the items that are made by the unlimited BPs, right? The L items made by the unlimited BPs are only up to a certain skill level, so that it actually does encourage the new players to come in and be able to get access to things that make the game much more playable for them. Like, it doesn't have to be end game content level stuff. It can just be stuff on a level up to a certain point that gets the players deeper into the game for cheaper, and then as things scale, they can get more expensive, because the game's still going to make money on decay, and they're still going to make money on maybe buying those BPs, or people using skills to get the mats to make stuff in the BPs. Like, they're not going to lose out. In fact, they might see an increase in creation or increase of profit as a result of that. I agree with the high-end stuff. Efficiency, CPS. Just reached a couple more to make low-level players being able to spend more monthly feeding the eco with mats. They need to make crafting easier to get into skilling-wise. Yeah, but that'd be your entry, the unlimiteds, because you could just buy them. You could buy the BPs that lets them make the L items that then funds the lower-end player economy and actually builds a base player, or a player base wider rather than narrow. Like, we have a game where the higher ups have a wider bandwidth, right, than the new players, when it should be like this, right? Or even like this, right? But we have this. This is bad. This is stagnation. This is growth with support, if that makes sense. Linking this for your point in chat. High efficiency means you get better TT returns. If unloaded items stay 56 years, then EF would then it would justify the cost of the markup on the L items. I met one guy at Satesh complaining, how will we be able to make money here with 17 shrapnels per kill? I answered him, you are 10 minutes into the game and broke. Yeah. Well, see, I had a few of those too, like this guy. Oh man, where is it? This dude, Mike Mazanin. He's like, man, I'm here to play forever. I'm going to play the game forever. I'm going to be a crafter and make infinite money. I'm like, bro, you're not out of Satesh yet, dog. And he made it to 5.5% on the on the thing. I'm like, no, you're not. It's like, so that is an example of a well-designed L item. at my awesome skills, guys. 92% efficiency. Yes, but imagine you grinding for 20 years for skill level, new one coming and have same abilities to use same things. Like for the new items. But again, again, when I say go to crafting system, that's kind of what I mean. Like, oh, about guns. Like, I think some things in the game need to take a hit. It's the only way you move the game forward. It just is. How am I supposed to get this? Like, if your game will stay exactly the same as it is forever, and never grow and never gain market share and never do anything, if things aren't done to bring in new people and make it possible for them to do things in some manner or another. Like, so some stuff needs to take a hit. It just does. Otherwise the game never gets bigger or grows, and the company never expands or gets larger, which means we never get more devs, which means we never get more creatives, which means we never get more options, which means you know, like it goes on and on. When you want to go for a fun every once in a while, but it's not sustainable at a low level. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Build the sustainable low level system. It doesn't have to be the end game system. It doesn't have to be the Uber system. Build accessible BPs that use stuff like sweat and things that involve player time and some resources to make these items, make a brand new set of items that are like decently okay to get people into the game and being able to play for a fair amount of time, right? On their investment for what they bought the items for, or what they worked their way up to, selling sweat or finding fruit or doing that gives them playtime, that gives them a reason to spend time in the game, right? It gives them a reason to spend time in the game, which increases greatly the chance of them spending money on the game. I don't think I'm crazy saying that. I really, really don't. Write your opinion and not send. So why you not write your opinion and not send to forums or Mindark? We can vote it. Never thought about it. I come on the stream, I think, I existentially think through things on here and come up with them on the spot. Odd time talk about stuff in my Discord. I never really think about it that way. Like I said, I applied for the creator program. They sent me that email, so if I do get accepted, I guess to some degree I get potentially access to people and behind the scenes stuff by the sounds of it. Like, not a lot, but maybe it gives you access to people a little more to have a conversation about stuff that you think or what your community thinks or stuff like that. Which, you guys, if you haven't followed, hit that follow button. Or if you enjoy the stream and you have a rotting Twitch Prime, hey, we take those too. But yeah, I don't know. I like to theorize stuff. I like to think about stuff, and I like feedback from chat, and I like talking about it and thinking about it and reforming some of my ideas even. Right? There's a lot of things that I've learned about the game in the last 3 months because I started streaming it. I wouldn't have learnt the things, and I wouldn't think about a lot of these things the way that I think about them if I hadn't started streaming in the first place, right? Like, I have access to a lot of way higher level people in this game than I would have ever had if I just sat running around the desert on Calypso in my off time, right? Okay, so let's say L gun best one requires 120 level in certain professions. You want to make 0? No. The earlier staff was there to satisfy the top 10 players in the game and not the rest. Seems things could change. Yeah, things need to change. I'm not saying a level 120 item should take 0, right? I'm saying that... No, I'm not even saying the BPs I'm saying that you can just buy should be level 0. But there should be level 0 BPs that let you start to craft. And it should use sweat and fruit and 1 to 2, 3 other things created that can be found and acquired through the game by some other means. Hopefully some of those things socially, as teams, and whatever, to create time spent in-game and social growth in-game, right? And those items should only be up to like a certain level, but they're available, they're makeable, they're craftable in game, and they're L, so they burn, right? They burn out. But the blueprint should be unlimited or very high durability. That lets players get into it and start doing it, and they can learn. What is the thing? High efficiency, high damage guns can't be used by noobs. Yeah, they can't. But I'm not saying that noobs should be able to use the high efficiency guns. I'm saying that it should be low. And like, you need to create a graduated step from people that come in and do free to play shit to pay to play shit. There should be a blurred line in the game. Like, the gradient should be finer. Oh shit. We have unlimited version is worse. Well, then why BP? No, but you want to do this. You want to create an environment in which players come in and can learn and grow and develop and gain skills, right? And then graduate and evolve to the next thing. There's almost no step between a player coming in and spending their time getting sweat to them becoming crafters, to them becoming hunters, to them becoming anything, because of the dollar value and the cost to do things. If you build a bridge between those things, like I said, you create them spending more time in game, which means they think about wanting to do things more, which means they deposit eventually, or a higher percentage of players deposit eventually as a result of that. And then that's the graduation point where they now move on to the next thing. And while still doing some of the other stuff, and then eventually they phase completely out of it and become the full-fledged player of the game. What's up, Bam Bam? Frontier's cheap to deposit. Yeah, no, I agree. Am I wrong in that is how you... 1 second, I gotta get this clear run. I somehow managed to get the clear wave here at this time of night, so I gotta get this. More BPs use low-level mats to create slightly higher level items. No, I don't think anything should be slightly higher level than anything else. I think there should be a cap on how high those BPs, those low-end BPs should go. But it would let players play longer and more affordably. They've started doing this. Set 1 is free. Yeah, that armor that you get. No, and that's a good thing. I'm a very big proponent of Satesh. I think that is a great thing. It looks awesome. It plays awesome. Yes, but that's only the first thing. I'm saying it needs to be even more finely gradiated than that, right? It needs to be designed to scale further. There actually needs to be more design theory going into it. I don't have faith in this game anymore. I think you should. I honestly, I think you should. The stuff that they're doing right now that they've announced is mostly great shit. I think, like, I don't really have any complaints about any of the stuff that they announced that they're doing. That's huge. I just don't know if it's enough things, or if there's enough, like, and that, like, that's not a slight. They're a small team. Yeah, I've had Cyrene here is one of the best playing experiences I've ever had in this game. Fishing sounds like it's going to be an awesome system. If they implement it right, I guess it could be. I'm just milking space PvP until I'm confident to depot again and go hard hunting again. Okay, crude. We got the whole clear run here, so that's nice. This is oil and this is oil, so we got that many. Game is upwards. I see good stuff from A2. Yeah, 100%. I agree. I think good things are happening. That's why, like, I do want to be part of the creator club, and I do want to stream the game, and I do want to do fun stuff like that, right? Like I said, I'd like to see a return to form of a bunch of the old in-game events. I'd like the ability to create clever new events. Like, we should have ship PvP battles, and we should be able to have them be watched, and like, we should be able to create spectacle as players, as event coordinators, to create hype in the game, right? If you can build heroes, which is again why I think that, like, we need another Never Die. We need another person or people. Probably we need, you know what we need? We need 100 of them. That's what we need. To actually gain some level of presence in the real world. We used to have space battles. No, but I mean it, like, competition-wise. Like, there should be almost an arena built. And it shouldn't cost to do it. The cost should go to the prizes. The cost should go to the decay of ships. The cost should go to the whatever. They should just build. There should be an arena in space that you can get to and use. Maybe all you have to do is slot out the time, and make it so people can create in game, right? Like, they had an idea for a second with like those banners and stuff for, like, the TVs where the content on the side of the player was being created, where players could upload images and actually have them in the thing. That was an interesting start, right? But it's not it wasn't good enough, and it costs to do. There's things that just shouldn't cost. If you let the people be creative and create reasons for players to be in the game, you're gonna have more of them. We used to have space battles, pirates attack motherships. People were prepared to shut back. They removed PvP and let people to log off. Then all space was PvP. There were smugglers, and each planet has resources. Fire's economy boomed. Yeah, I also agree that for the most part, the space is bunk. I think, but I thought that when they were creating paywalls to get to Club Never Die and to different places, which isn't, like, it's not the worst thing. But like, I think everything would go better if there wasn't any of that stuff personally. I think the whole game would open up to everybody and to new players, and if there's going to be a thing called partner planets and all that kind of shit, a new player should be able to get in and go directly to where they want to go, regardless of what download code they use to enter the game. Personally, that's what I think. But then you'd have competition between planets, and you'd have a even more thriving economy. I think. I could be wrong, but it's what I believe. There's lootable. Yeah, there is lootable space, which is fine. I don't think that's a bad thing. If we have space. Should we have space is the question. Or should it be... personally, I don't think it should cost to get between planets. And it barely does. Like, if you just fly in your own ship, like, it barely does, but it's really hard for new players. Like, you can go to, like I said, to Howling Mines, and this is why I want to make those tutorial videos on how to get free shit in this game. You can go to Howling Mines and get a ship, that then you can fly from planet to planet. That's a great thing, but the majority of new players, the 99% of new players, do not know that that's a thing. And they don't know how to get there, right? Because you log into this game, and even with Satesh, the second you leave Satesh, you're still blind. You don't actually know what the game's about because it lied to you, which is fine, because it got you into the idea of playing the game. But again, it's a hard cutoff, and the gradient disappears the second you leave Satesh. More Mindark not controlled area? I don't actually think so. I just think that the idea of control needs to change to the point where it's a little, again, more towards a social MMO and less towards a weird alt MMO. And then both can actually exist and both can thrive in this system. That's my big argument. It's nothing gets diminished, everything gets stronger by adding both. More players means the items get used up more, means that values find their true value, or items find their true value, markets find their true market. The game gets more deposits, means they make more money, you get more developers, more stuff can be developed. It's a ladder. Is clearly defined area and isn't in the direct path between planets. I think it's fine if it's in direct path between planets. But the navigation tools to traverse those patches should be greatly increased. Like you, I think somebody, it might have been you, Toggle, you linked me that 3D map one time, or somebody did, of all the space and the lootable zones. That map should be in the HUD, and you should be able to navigate yourself through that rather than just going by pure coordinates in the dark. No, I'm saying that there should be a path. Maybe it just shouldn't be a straight line. I'm saying you should be able to fly around the lootable bubbles, which you can do, I'm pretty sure. Can't you? There's that 3D map, right? You can open it at any time. No, there's like the 2D map, but the concept is 3D, is it not? It would kill some more ship services. Yes, it would. But what they need to do then is make a value in the PvP area. Right? So like you'd lose the flight service, but again, I don't think anybody has to use the service. they can just buy the tokens to travel in the teleporters anyway. You can't go to another planet without crossing a line? That's not the best then. Yo, we're at 13 already? Hey. Wait, which one do we have left? 2? Oh, yeah. Probably gonna pull in, hopefully, 16 clear on this one. Tokens have weight restrictions. True. That is true. Yeah, I don't know, like, I don't think there's a cohesive design strategy to a lot of the things in this game, if that makes sense. And that's what needs to be, like, that's where the striving needs to happen. Like, you know, like, it needs to be, to some degree, not ground up rework, but like some stuff needs to be ground up rework, or create systems that create a new trajectory for things. And like I said, the old stuff can exist vestigially, and you create the new stuff that maybe puts everything on a new path that is new player friendly, which obviously they care about, because they wouldn't have made Satesh if they didn't, right? And you need the base to be like this, and the top to be like this, not like it is now. That's all I'm saying. Because, like, I'm a weird player, right? I'm at the bottom of skills. But I figured out how to be a profitable player in the current market. That might change. The markets might change. And then I'm shit out of luck, and I have to start at the bottom again. Right? I think it's possible to carry... Lots of anti-grab boxes, you can carry a lot. Sure, but aren't they like super expensive though? Again, not all players know about a thing. That's what I think there needs to be a design sense in general across everything that makes new players more knowledgeable in general, so that they can plot a course of where they want to go as a player. Because I'm telling you, they're at the bottom with the sweater circles and the fruit runners, and a lot of those people, that's all they see and that's all they can do, right? And I think we lose a lot of probably like really good people that would have made exceptional players in the long run to that paywall. And I don't know, like, yeah, I like it that it's on the side of the players a lot to figure that out and share that information. And to a degree, that's what I kind of wanted to start being able to do with my stream, is like bridge the gap of like knowledgeable players that kind of filter through, and then like me as like this catalyst can like maybe help players as a result. Like they can come into the chat and ask questions and learn and do that kind of thing. And that's the way I wanted to like gear the Discord and do all that kind of stuff. But it's hard. You know, it's hard to do, especially with certain people in this space that I know hate my stream. They despise me, for some reason. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. Even though I literally want the absolute best for everything. Volatility of the game. I feel like they need to rework the volatility of the game. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. Like that's basically what I'm saying. It needs to be more flat and gradual. That's what, like, when I say gradient, that's kind of what I'm saying. It's more exactly what I'm saying. No, it's always been jank, and that's why it never popped off. If you have a game that's existed back then that was real cash economy back then, you should have something the size of, like, a game, like, still being the only real true real cash economy game. You should have Ready Player One going right now. Like, there should be e-commerce. There should be. This game should have long evolved from being an application on a desktop to having the amount of money to create it, to make it be the straight up fucking OS operating system on a computer console, that when you load, the game loads because it is the computer, and then that lets you tap right directly into the RCE world and do business and interact on multiple parts of the planet and do all kinds of shit with people all over the world. Jobs should already be fully hosted through this damn thing. Like, it should have evolved because of the amount of money that should have gone through a game like this to the absolute pinnacle of the almost beyond internet at this point. That's where it should have gone. That by introducing the concept of RCE, that should have always been the direction it goes. So it's basically a China sweat factory. Yeah, that's why there should be more use. Wait, who's that criticism towards, Toggle? Is that towards me? Listen, I already jeopardize. I'm not saying I want to do that. I jeopardize my moneymaker every single day that I stream. I know for a fact that people find my streams on YouTube or watch on Twitch and then try and replicate what I do, right? By doing the, you know what I mean? Like, I know for a fact that they do. The problem is that it's monotonous and not that easy, and with the player retention as a whole. No, but I'm saying it should be more leveled out across multiple things. The value in, I'm saying that there should be that we should create a value of player time or resources. So if they put their time into things, they can get things that are of value to other people, so that then they can make money by selling those things because it's used in the crafting system or it's used wherever. Like, it'd have to be a redesign to a degree, but it could be done. And why can't I find a single deed in this area? Crude oil, oh my god. Everyone will be able to make profit. Once more players start doing it, the prices go down. Makes it less viable to do. But you don't need profit, you need sustainability. Profit is extra. Profit should almost always be... Like, it's the same in real life. People can't go outside and just succeed. You know what I mean? Majority of people fail. The average person doesn't have one full paycheck in the bank. That's the average in America and Canada. They do not have... Like, if you have $1,000 saved in the bank, you are in the top, like, 10% of people. Like, so it's not realistic to think that they should be able to just come into a game and succeed, even with a real cash economy. But trading time for value, yes, that works because it works in the real world. That's why I'm saying the systems, there needs to be a system change at a base level in the game to where time spent in the game, if you're doing things almost job-esque, because they kind of do with sweat and fruit running and different stuff like that, that then goes on to other stuff. But I said if you create that, if you create a social aspect where it takes a couple people working together to do certain things that require time, and then they each get a couple, some resource, some item, some whatever that is of value to people in the rest of the game, the more players understand, yeah, for sure. But you can always grow and change, and you know, like, the game shouldn't stay the same all the time. $700 USD with sweat alone. That's more than enough for India. 700 a year. If you can sell it. But how much was that sweat worth 15 years ago? 3,000? Right? Like, there needs to be sinks everywhere. 700 USD a year. That's not good, though. Not at the scale of things in this game. Not at the decay rate of things in this game. Not at the item cost of things in this game. Because you get that, but that's all you get to do. And to do it again, you have to put the exact same amount of time into it. Right? So you don't get the fruits of your labor. Yes, you might get a couple things, but then once that burns up, which it burns up like this, then you still have to go back to sweating full time. Over full time, actually. More than full time. On average. To hit those results, right? That doesn't make a... Like... Yeah, you're right. I should sell my Pokemon collection and move to India. Gotcha. I'd be a god. No shot I got on the roof. No shot I can't go over this bridge. Listen, I'm pro player. I'm pro balance. I'm pro all that stuff. I just... Like, I want to see this game become a metaverse-esque level threat, you know? Okay, so for more than just sweat, yes, it is actually okay, right? But there's only sweat, right? Which means that it's devalued to an insane extent. Whereas that time spent for that sweat would be more valuable if there was more options for players to do things. Fruit's even more ROI? I would actually argue fruit... is it more ROI? You don't really get skills with fruit, but if you're sweating, at least things are hitting you and you're gaining evade. Or like a couple other things, right? Like, there's a weird gain to sweating. I kind of feel like the sweating side of things, though, like, needs to be even made cooler. Which is why I wanted to make a land area. Or want to get a land area. Because I actually want to create a sweating area. Or a new player-friendly area. That then has contests and giveaways and shit like that developed or built out with the stuff that's earned from people being on your land area, killing mobs that run out of sweat. And then that creates a value to the player base that actually use that area, because they'll win items. They'll win, like, things to heal with. They'll win a gun or some ammo or something like that. Or, like, depending on how much is generated as a result. You know, you could buy them one of those starter packs, or you could do all kinds of shit like that and make a really cool community and atmosphere. That's why I want a land area. When I say I want a land area, like that's the business model I'm thinking. Is you can create this vehicle that propels new players forward, rather than just keeping them in a stasis. Some people just do jobs for others, or being pussy for streamers. Go buy this, go get that. Wait, what do you mean? And I'm not sure even scammers got a decent ROI to the old tricks still work. Oh, I know. I came to this game as a massive RuneScape scammer. Like, I know. It was this game that made me stop doing that. I realized I was over fucking powered. Like, I was getting their whole ass accounts, and they were giving them to me, right? Like, when I realized that the power that I had, I was like, that's actually too much. That's too much. When I saw real dollar values of things. Like, if I'd really wanted to, back when I started playing this game, I 100% could have scammed myself a hanger. I would have put a little bit of energy into befriending some of those people that had that stuff. I know that people were lending hangers to people at the time, and that would have been one of the easiest $15,000 to $17,000 yoinks ever. Easily. In EU, it's much easier to make PED than it was years ago. Yep, I agree. We had 0 PED, no guns years ago, no free stuff. Yep. No, I'm saying it's gotten better, but I'm saying it needs to keep getting better. Structurally. But yeah, no, I agree. It is good. It is much better now. Like, yeah, 100% agree. And but again, I think it can keep exponentially getting better. 100%. Printing pecs. Honestly, right? On those robots? Dude, when I left Satesh, I had profit. When I went with my character, I left with profit. I left with like 40 PED that I earned off from the free ammo. Again, I left with free ammo, and and the shrapnel and stuff that I kept winning or getting from those the robots. No, no PED. I vote for full player game wipes to reset econ. No, I don't think you need to do that. Because the reason, technically, yes, you're right. But there's a value in the old items and the archaeology in the digital age, and the history and the lore, and all that. So no, I would still vote no for that. And walk away? Yeah. Well, actually, it's still not even though, Toggle, because they still do have all the all the tech to function with a real cash economy. So no matter what, if they even if they reset and rebranded, I bet they could make more money. That's why it's so weird to me that like this game isn't doing better, because every opportunity in the world is there. Like it's like they have one of the best opportunities on the entire planet. Straight up. Like it's crazy, and it was crazy. It was even crazier back then. Like that's why I want to see the game grow and develop more and become more new player friendly and mid player friendly and all that kind of shit. Because if they don't do it themselves, somebody else is like, it is now like with the AI and people's ability to code now and all that kind of shit, it's coming. Somebody else is gonna come along and do it better. That's what I'm scared of. And then everything will rotate to that, right? There was that game called Afterworld.ru. They were well on their way to creating an even better EU. It was fun. There was no value to anything in the game, so it was completely 100% player generated value. Nothing had value. The ore didn't have value. The weapons didn't have values. Nothing. But you could deposit and have credit, and eventually their goal was to make a real cash economy. So you could deposit and buy things because there was two currencies. And so demand would create value. And again, you'd have a return on time because you were getting things that players would use to craft and make and whatever, so you could sell that and whatever. I was an early adopter to that, and I was starting to figure out how to make crazy amounts of AUD, which was AWD, which was Afterworld dollars, and there was AUK, which was Afterworld cents. Inspired by Entropia, and was heavily played by Entropia players. Some of them even tried to buy the code from the developer to continue it themselves when they closed down, but the developers were stupid. There were some Russian guys, and they were losing money to the cost of the servers, but they weren't developing the game in a way that mattered. Like they had like 2 cities and some like wilderness and stuff, and players were already depositing and doing all kinds of stuff, but they started developing stupid ass systems. They're like, you know what, guys, we need a pet system. Oh, you know what, we need a vehicle system. So they started putting all their time into developing these 2 absolutely worthless systems because there was no reason for them to be in the game, because they had to make the other things that mattered more first. And so they spent all this time doing that and ran out of money and time and workforce, and then they just tanked the game. But it was close. It almost had the steam to become the more successful version of this game. And it's coming. Like, someone's gonna do it. I would like it to be this one. Are there no things up? I need more badges. I could go do another blue run, actually. I could go do another blue run. But yeah, I don't know. I'm very positive on the way things will go with this game. Like I said, if they're getting new devs and stuff involved, I think that's great. I'm excited. Like I said, I hope I get invited to the partner program. That'd be awesome. I would absolutely start busting my ass on YouTube videos and things that reach further out into the ether, so I could push the code and push all that different stuff. Like, I almost don't want to finish my mining video, which I'm still working on, until I know if I'm accepted or not, so that I can have that available and actually push the creator code rather than the recruit code. Full game reset? Nah, we don't need a full game reset. Don't need a full game reset, just need a consolidation of certain things in the game. And a better bridge between some of those things that are then consolidated. That's it. There should just be a better ramp up. That's all. That's all. Doesn't need to be crazy. And again, with Satesh, they're starting that. That's literally a start at the bottom thing, which is great. Honestly great. Game can't go bankrupt at all. They could. I don't think they make that much money. Like, compared to like other companies. MA had to redeposit all TT value in game at 3%, so the company is 100% safe a lifetime. I mean, that's good. So with more TT value created things, do they have to deposit an equal amount of money into that bank at that point? And do they have any just absolutely stunning female devs that want a Canadian husband so that I can move to Sweden? Is that possible? Can I make that happen? Because it's a better country than here. Need a game-breaking delete button? No, we don't need to. We don't need to. No, the game is good, guys. It just needs some tweaks to make more public friendly. That's all. And it's already going in a good direction. We're already going in a positive direction. You just gotta believe, chat. Gotta believe. And hit the follow button if you haven't. That'd be also great, thank you. We need that. We might get into the partner program. We need them to look at our numbers and be like, yo, those are kind of good. Or the creator club, sorry, not the partner program. I need to get the YouTube numbers up to get into the partner program. Drop COVID 2.9 and get everybody back inside. That would do it. That would do it. That would, that would do it. I couldn't handle another pandemic. I don't think. I think I would go rogue at that point. One video I do want to do for the YouTube channel, which I will 100% do, 300% do, if I do get into the creator program, is a should you play Entropia Universe video, and kind of map out the whole thing of like what kind of player you need to be and like the stuff that you can do and the way you should think about stuff. And then try and come up with like a really banger thumbnail. And then obviously be like, hey, link, if you want to create an account, link below. Which if we have any new people that are watching that have never played this game before, down below my video is my recruit a colonist code, okay? And you can make an account and it gives me credit. And no one would be upset with you if you did that, you know? Actually, probably some people would be upset with you, but that's even more of a reason why you should do it. Because it's one extra account created out of the hands of some cranky other streamers, you know? I doubt there's anyone without an account. I know. The only way to get that'll be YouTube. I mean, there are people that like to check out the category. That's why I kind of take the chance, because it's like, there are people that will have heard of the game at some point, check out the category, and watch a stream to see what it's about, what a player's doing. And there are people there's people that stream that have the creator codes now that people signed up from their streams, which is, you know, good, and it's how it should be. Like, streams should be a vehicle to bring people into the game in some aspect, right? I need to update my copy pasta here. How much do we got? We have 116 ped clear. How do I edit this? Copy. Oh, I just did it. Never mind. Oh well, it's updated. Yeah, cross links and stuff. I don't cross links and stuff. People know each other at no costs. What does that mean? I don't know if I know what that means. Wait, what time was that? Oh, I forget when I got that ore. Wait, how do we do on this run? I don't think we got that many blue, did we? Ugh. Really? 3 deposits? People know each other at no cost. Refer a friend strat. Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. But like, I think with the YouTube stuff, that's a reach outside of the ecosystem. I keep getting subscribers on the YouTube. I think I got another one today. Let's see. But if you're watching on the YouTube, you should go subscribe. Yeah, we're up to 56. It's a long shot from 1,000, but you know, we'll get there eventually. right? Surely? Surely. We'll get there eventually. I'm just scared of all those haters from those gamblers. I'm just scared of all those haters from those gamblers when they lost everything. What do you mean? All the hate from those gamblers. Which gamblers? What do you mean? I'm not sure I follow. When did I do this run? Was it an hour ago? How long ago was this? On Steam it's 50-50. What's 50-50? I don't know what's 50-50. Like the reviews? Explosive projectile gamblers? Guys, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I have no idea. What happened? Okay, there might be purple now. Let's go see if there's purple. Okay, so if the goal isn't to buy land deeds, a land area I still want to do. That I haven't given up on. But land deeds are not the way to go. So it's 50% good, 50% bad on Steam. I mean, yeah, I'd expect that. Because it's not a player-friendly game. Like, so if new players join, it's going to be an absolute shit show as a result of being on Steam. If that's their portal into the game, right? And even from other players. 50% bad coming from those. No, but I don't know what the gamblers are. I don't understand the context. Oh, so there's spin for a chance in Hoff. Can you link me some context here? Is there like somebody that's like making videos? No, but Toggle, we did the math today. It takes like, what was it? What does Claude say? It takes 44 years to get your money back. It takes 30.7 years if you compound reinvest every peck earned. Can you link me the projectile videos? Again, a 30-year time span, given that Pokemon exists, if you put that 4,000 into Pokemon, you're gonna get like a lot more. So AG. Let's see what this link. 9 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. These can't possibly have an effect on the game now. Like the latest was 2 years ago, or the soonest was that I could see here is. Yeah, eight years ago. These can't possibly be. Also, Gazilith, thank you for that subscribe over on YouTube. I appreciate you. One. I think my cooldown's done for this. Might have a swamp to go to. Ah, crude. All that for crude. How do those videos do though? 28k, 2.8k, 12k. Yeah. That can't have that much effect, right? A lot system for hunters. They just TT shit. Destroyed markup. I mean, kind of funny though, no? What did it block? Oh, that was your link. Okay. Yeah, okay, I'm sure it destroyed things at the time. But, like, it can't have that much effect on anything, like, reviews and stuff now. Like, I mean, I do gambling streams. I literally load up a gambling website and do the streams. I won't for the foreseeable future, because I'm poor right now, but, you know, eventually I'll bring them back. Oh, I'm on cooldown. On CD. Wasn't paying attention. Okay. 20 ped per click or whatever. They gamble away a lot of money. Huh. You can hear it? Oh, their thing. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, I can't hear my own glider. Yeah, the slap. 200 petaclick, yeah. Yeah, see, that's mental to do it, to play that as a slot. Or play this game as a slot, because it's like, it's not really. Like, the joke is that it is, but like, it's not really. What do I need to do right now? I need... dangerous mining? You know what? Let's go do some dangerous mining. Trucker hat is 200 per attempt. Crazy. But again, like, okay, so here's another thing. Like, for the game to bring in money, since you said trucker hat, that reminded me. They gotta make brand partnerships outside the game. Like, there should be Converse shoes. There should be Nike. There should be stuff like that, and push full metaverse. Like I've said this before, and I stand by it. You could bring in that brand awareness. You need more players, but you could start with smaller brands, make it interesting. Okay, we're in the dangerous area. Alright, time for some overpriced mining. Oops, no. Let's see. But yes, again, if there's any new people that are just finding my stream today that have not hit that follow button, even though I think for the most part we've exhausted most people, like I think most of the people that have watched Twitch Entropia content have already followed the stream. Hey, there's no time like the present. No, the bird, bro. I didn't see what's following me. Yes, you have good ideas. We had pay TV at Club Never Die Station. Watching cool sports events and stuff. Can you post a link? Yeah, sure. It'll time you out for a second, but... Entropia Universe .featurebase.app. I don't know what that is. What is that? What is featurebase.app? Yeah, I think the big push though is going to be to push on YouTube, especially to find new players or whatever. Okay, I'm not going to be able to get to that, am I? Damn you, old Jack. No, wait, to give you a 600-second timeout? Wait. How do I untime that out? No, I actually don't know how to unban. There you go, you're unbanned. Ram, you there? Oh, it's Mindark's thing for suggestions. Interesting. Yeah, but do you think it matters? Like if I actually apply that? Make a free play event where you can destroy. Well, I would have thought that head would have been a crypto by now. High key. In and out instantly? Why, how would that in a metaverse game? Why is PED not a crypto? Other than the fact that they have it attached to their actual dollar and bank. But like in theory, No, they have transactions, but like, why wouldn't you want your own? You have a game with a currency attached to the dollar. It's almost stablecoin-esque. It's literally a stablecoin, actually. No pet exists without a US dollar. So, head could be a straight-up stablecoin backed by bank accounts. Last CEO wanted a pet stablecoin? Ah, makes sense. That one makes sense to me. Kinda crazy that it doesn't exist. It would allow outside people to buy like, think about it. You could allow outside investors to own spending power inside the metaverse. That's kind of mental. But then it, like, actually, well, it would be spending power, it'd be holding power. Because it's a stablecoin. But it would bring awareness. We are almost at 20%. Right? 20%? No, we need to get 300. Shit. We need to get to 300 to be at 20%. Yeah, I don't know. That'd be kind of interesting. Like I said, I think I'll probably wait to submit anything until I'm actually, like, if I get into the creator club. Because at least then, like, it's shown that I've put some level of energy into giving a shit, rather than just some random, like, text field that pops up on their end. Okay, so is this thing gonna attack me? Probably. But yeah, I actually don't think that a pet stablecoin is a bad idea at all. That just brings straight up outside awareness. And there's power in that because what happens is, bro. There's power in that because once people start to see that there's a real cash economy, like the majority of people out there don't understand or know at all that this is a real cash economy or that Entropia even exists. Like the majority of people on the planet, by an insane percent, don't even know that the game exists, even though it's existed for 20 years. It sits in a pocket that nobody knows about. So if you get into that field and then the research and the due diligence would start to happen to look into it and be like, holy shit, this game's been around for 20 some years, profitable, still functioning, player base. The amount of interest that would generate from that, I think, would be crazy. And then all of a sudden, you'd have all these outside like businesses, people, companies, whatever, investing into a stable coin which then makes the company's bottom line impenetrable, like unstoppable, because now they're sitting on more money that is gaining them interest. So they're now gaining more money on average from something outside the game, like from people that don't even play the game. They would gain more money. That seems like a smart avenue to me. Maybe I'm crazy, but to me that sounds like a really smart move. Because the money bought into the stablecoin would get deposited straight into the bank. Depot via Steam? Well, I mean, they could sell stuff, but they'd have to give up their percentage. Right? Like, they'd have to give up the fee that they take. Actually, more than that. It's like you could buy packages or you could buy deposit amounts, right? In theory. At some point, Mindark started stamping anything. At some point, Mindark started stamping anything who brought them 200k euro for Christmas and so on. What? Unlimited warping ships, one good example. Haven't we 2 big companies in game yet? What? I'm not sure I follow anything you guys are saying right now. You have me a little confused. Look at ring prices collapse. But is that not a good thing? That means players can get them and use them. I think big industries had the right. No, these companies. So if there was a stable coin, right? Tether is a stable coin. Tether is one of the biggest companies in the world at this point. It has no, like, the companies that would own the PED stablecoin aren't doing anything in the game. They simply have money in PED, if that makes sense. But you can't have it because everything drops price in value. Yeah, but maybe things need to bottom out so that things find their actual value. I still don't know what you're referring to. Where's this thing? Do I have to go back up there? No. Oh my god, it's still up there. Item not available. Outside. Did I really leave one up there? What if someone makes so much that Mindark can't pay it? No, because Mindark would be the ones releasing the stablecoin. That's different. That's not a stablecoin. A stablecoin is a one-to-one value, so the dollar has to be there. So one coin is $1 and remains there in the balance at all times. It's not that you're making too many, it's that it's only made when it's the amount is there to create it. That's how it's stable. It's not that they just make 2 billion of them and then release and be like, hey everyone, this is now worth $2 billion. It's only released when the money comes in for it. So it's not it's not making it, like, it's not doing it in reverse. Do you need a banking license to start selling a stablecoin? I'm not sure, but they'd have the ability to do it. They didn't get the banking license? No, you don't need a banking license to sell stablecoin. For sure you don't, because none of these things are registered as banks. They all want to be. I mean, I think that's their end goal. But I think that's the end goal of Michael Saylor too, with Bitcoin, is that he gets X percentage of all Bitcoin available, and then registers it as a bank to check against. The SEC approves all stablecoins, but what's stopping you from making a Swedish stablecoin? Like, crypto isn't an American well, technically it might be an American invention, but that doesn't mean they have governance over it. They have governance over how it's accepted in the States, but that doesn't mean you still couldn't make a stablecoin being from Sweden. Yeah, the US, the EU, the UK, Singapore, Hong Kong, UAE, and Japan now mandate full reserve backing, licensed issuers, and guaranteed redemption rights, treating stablecoins as regulated payment. So all these places have stablecoins, or can create stablecoins. Really hope this clear wave's up now. Yeah, but you could get a license. And because they already have the money to do it, like they already have the TT value. So it's already covered. Then you could issue more and it'd still be $1. It's not like it goes down. It stays the same. Did we get lucky and the clear wave is here? Get me another 1.6 to 1.8 ped of clear. Please. Yeah, which would be good. That's a even better thing. Because they could go around using a processor. So then that's a good thing. List. Oh, yuck. Wasted bombs. Got list. The clear has to be here, right? Crude. How is this not reset? Okay, I got purple before. Rude. Huh. Guess it didn't reset. Oh yeah, I was gonna do the draw for last month's giveaway. Okay, we may have to do that. Oh man, I gotta do so many. Here's the big cup. I gotta write down these names. All right. Two shiz. Oh no. That's one. Leon Hawkeye. That's two. Akbalox. I haven't seen Akbalox in a while. Wonder where they disappeared to. Three. Yeah, I'm writing them down right now. Voidness, 4. Trying to get it done before I forget. This is Toggle's entry, TOGGL3. No offense, Toggle. I hope somebody else wins this month. I just don't want a mod winning back-to-back months. Calvin Starlord. Voidness entry. I'm glad that the stream did well today without having giveaway in the title. That's promising. I was really worried that that wouldn't be the case. But honestly, I think it's one of the better ones we've had in a while. Bell, you're entered. Another Kelvin Starlord. We gave away 2 entries per stream over the last month. I can just omit it. I've already thrown one in. Leon Hawkeye. I think just mod back to back should be off limits. Okay, Belle got another one. Belle cleaned up this month. She got a few. DJ McLinty. Oh no, you knew. It was a while ago. We had to post links and stuff. DJ McFlinty, Bell got another one. I wouldn't be surprised if Bell wins this month, to be honest, but it could be anybody. Voidness got another one. Actually, if anybody redeems himself this month, it should be Voidness. Because he had the majority last month and then still didn't win. Calvin Star-Lord got another one. Trader Jackpot Blue, this is your entry. The one that you got, the one ticket you won. Trader Jackpot Blue. Omran. The only entry Omran got, so they're probably gonna win. Lich King 100. This was for last month. I haven't done the giveaway yet. Lich King 100. We're setting up the draw right now. Bell got another one. Bell, Lich King, Voidness, Bell. Okay, so this one's Lich King. Voidness and Bell. Somebody's about to win 100 ped. Bell, Voidness. They're all in there. You can see all the different names. Now, how to properly mix this so it's like actually mixed. That's the question. Kind of have the worst thing to use here. I'll put this upside down. Put it back in. I don't know if these are kind of big papers, so I want to really mix this. Then, which room is there in this? Maybe we dump it into a bowl. Alright. No, this is an A&W. This is a root beer mug. Okay. It's all in this bowl, which I can't see through, so I can't accidentally see a name. Okay. Eyes closed. And the winner is Bell. The consistency paid off. Bell has won 100 ped this month. Don't know if she's in the stream or not. Well, put that in the giveaway thing. Congrats at Bell on winning the March 100 head giveaway. There we go. Now I'm poor, chat. I only have 300 ped. Uh-oh. Gonna really need my, stuff to sell. Ooh, I got a clear crystal run, though. Yes! Let's get this wave. Let me make back 10% of that, or more than 10% of what I just gave away. Come on, don't do this to me. Don't be a shitty one find run. I need this. I need to make our money back. It's doing it. It's doing the thing. Okay, maybe not. We might have it. Might get the whole run. Nice, it's only a 1. I don't like that. We need it to be higher. Can we just get a very small? That'd be cool. There's some fruit there that I'm gonna miss. Please don't be the end of the run. This is not acceptable. It's not over, I refuse. Gonna need this to not be over. Don't be a shitty wave. Might be a shitty wave. That stings. Crude. Fuck! Wait, where is it? It's back there. That might technically be the other zone. If we find one more crude, we know for sure it's over. I only got 3. 2 of which were minimals. Oh no, 2 were tiny. It's over. That sucks. Okay, but I guess more importantly right now, go over here. But yeah, congrats to Bell for winning 100 ped. I do want to keep giveaways being a thing, but maybe I should, I was thinking, maybe I do it more like, it's more sporadic, and then the days where I say giveaway on the title, it's like that's the day the giveaway happens. And make it like 20 ped for the giveaway. And do like 5 of those over a month, and then multiple people can get chances at them. And it creates more incentive because you have to be here to win it. So then I get more viewers, which boosts my stats and makes me look better. I think that's how I want to do it. Or I could be that guy that just, I'm buying your sweat for 10 ped. That's a desperation play, personally, I think. I don't want that viewer. I want a viewer that just wants something for free. We come even without them? Yeah, some of you guys do. There's lots that don't, though. And honestly, you know, it's streaming. You want to be number 1 on the list. So you need to create incentives to be number 1 on the list. I'll probably never be number 1 on the list, like in the category. Only at like ridiculously off-peak hours when everyone else is sleeping. Because I'm just not a big money player. I just don't have... Like, I come offering just chatting. But like when it comes to actual like the gameplay the higher octane stuff, the ships in space, the big hunting mob event driven stuff, that's always going to do better than my stream, right? So I never really expect, unless I can find like some other super competitive edge, to be the most viewed streamer in the category, but you know, is what it is. Apparently not getting any purple here. This is heartbreaking. Do I still want to be a pilot? I would like to, like, so I'd like to make videos, maybe in theory, about the ships. So like be in space, do a flyby of them, show the outside, talk about the specs, talk about everything about them, and then, you know, go inside the ship, do a tour if there's like internals to show how it all works. But I think that would be interesting content to people that are outside of the game. And then obviously share like how much they're worth and like what they can do and all that kind of stuff. Do you enjoy my content? I appreciate that. But my content is mostly speaking content. It's not gameplay content, right? You like that, right? You still want to be a pilot. Just get one. The mothership is yours. And the deed stays at owner? I'm not sure I follow. I can't just get a mothership. But like, there's all kinds of different ships in the game. Like, I'd like to do like a profile video on all the different types of ships. You know what I'm saying? Because like, there's ship nerds out there. There's like spacecraft game ship nerds out there that would want to check out that video. That then might be interested in the game. Or there's just people... Because I would talk about the business around them too. So there's people outside the game that maybe would want to join because they realize, oh, we could do a thing like that. I think it'd be interesting. You could do like walkthroughs. You can fly and get access to all functions? Yeah. Yeah, I know it's possible. I just have to... Before I'd ever want to reach out to anybody or do anything like that, I'd have to like... I'd really want to think through the format of the video and like know exactly what I'm trying to do. Before ever being like, hey, can I fly your ship? You know? Because eventually I'd want to do it for every ship in the game. So they have like a full like catalog library of everything. Where is this? Oh, way over there. Well, I'm confused. The ship itself is idle for most owner. They got pilots who do the actual flying and coordinating repair. Yeah. One of those ships. Yeah, true. Well, I think... Like, I wouldn't actually want to be like a pilot and go do the actual things. I guess I could. I guess you could make a whole mini doc in theory on those. I wouldn't even have to be the pilot. I would just have to get footage of the process. That'd be kind of interesting. Yeah, I'd want to show as much as I could, but I'd have to talk to people that do it a lot and like look into it. Like this, it would still take a bit of like elbow grease to make the video. It'd be worth having. The first thing I got to do is my mining video. That's a must. My Cyrene mining stuff. Pilot seat, gunner seats. Yeah, I'd have to get access. Like, I'd have to talk to the owners and be like, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is my YouTube channel. This is why I'm asking for access. This is, you know, that kind of thing. Then I'd have to learn a bit about it so that I could speak confidently on it and actually write the script for the video and know what I'm trying to edit. And, you know, there's work to it. That's why I haven't put my mining video out yet. It's because there's work to it. A Cyrene mothership for mining? Oh, I'm not going to do space mining stuff for the mining video. All the mining video is all Cyrene land based. It's all stuff by like starting quest lines and certain things to get yourself so that all of your actions that you do on Cyrene are working towards earning you something, basically. If you want to stay at Cyrene as your personal home base. Well, I don't care where I have to go. Like, I'd go to wherever the ships are, or wherever people are doing stuff. Yeah. No, I'm not concerned about staying on Cyrene to do stuff. That's not an issue. I'm just here all the time because this is where I mine. Because all the other videos I want to do are like all the free items that you can get from different planets, right? And stuff like that to start your adventure, or to like burn as little real life cash as possible getting a foothold. So eventually I'll have to like go to all the different planets, see all their quests, get footage of all those things, you know. No. Is this one clear? No. Damn it. We only got 80 pec. It's only like 9 ped. It's 880. We didn't get any purple. What do I do there? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna... So we didn't get any purple on the islands. Maybe nobody's doing a run over there yet. I'll just go to the actual spot. I need to mine some yellow anyway, so it wouldn't hurt going over there. Yeah, the cool thing will be, though, if I do get into that creator club, in addition to the normal giveaways that I plan on doing, we'll have extra ones because Mindark partners with people, and those are kind of good ones. Like, when they do a giveaway on a channel, it's like 200 ped. So those will be fun days. If I get lucky enough to get in anyway. That would be very cool. Okay, fingers crossed nobody is doing a run here right now, and the purple has not been looted. It's crucial to make this worth it. Yellow. I think it was looted. I do need 3 yellow claims, though. Okay. And I need Zorn, actually, technically. So let's get them all. I think that did my daily. Okay, need 2 more of those. And if we could hit an ossifer, which I haven't hit in a long time because I haven't mined this area for that, that'd be really cool too. As a streamer, you have bigger power to make suggestions to Mindark? I don't think so. No one's ever spoke to me. Hey, we got an ossifer. Fuck yeah, that's 500% right there. It'll only be 3 stones, but it's 500%. Okay, I think we need 1 more Zorn. If we could hit purple, that'd be nice. Yellow? I don't think there's purple right now. Sag. Like, yeah, I've never spoken any level conversation with anybody from Mindark. So I wouldn't say me as a streamer has leverage. They've never even been in my chat as far as I can tell. There we go, we got it. Like, Toggle, where were you talking to Socrates about the Creator Club link? Because that was a Twitch chat, right? Listen, if there's anybody that hasn't followed the stream, though, you guys should follow the stream. That would be cool. Trying to grow. Trying to make our way to 400. We need 43 more people for that. That'd be cool. We already got a YouTube sub today. That's pretty awesome. Slowly but surely, we'll grind our way to 1,000 and apply for YouTube partnership, and that'll be very cool. Okay, we didn't get purple, but we did get an ossifer. It's not a big constellation prize here, but at least it'll cover... Actually, I think we probably actually profited on what we mined here. Just because we got so many claims. eBay. Sold something for 45 bucks. Sold a Battlestar Galactica DVD set. We'll take it. 45 bucks. So I still need 50 more finds on my dangerous finds to get to 20%. That sucks. This one, I think every 50 finds for the Olerin is 2%. So we're still not even at 3% for that one. But apparently when we get to sell that coin, it's like 4,000 ped. So that'll be huge when we get there. And then this one, which we're still not at 10% of the way. We need to, if I can get this one finished, that literally gets me all the way from basic rucksack to modified. Everything short of augmented will be completely finished for my rucksack. I just literally need this single one. And then I'll slowly grind out the augmented ones. like the dangerous find and the what's the other one called? The real McCoy, I think one. That's yeah. And we'll be on our way to Augmented Rucksack, which is kind of the goal we started at the start of the stream when I started streaming in this game in general. Wait, we have more than 16 ped. Oh no. I gotta do math again. How much clear do we have? Rainbow, getting closer and closer. We'll get to 1,000 eventually. Oil. Oh, we got 6 Nosifer for that? That's crazy. Put that in here. Shrapnel, slowly growing. So all my fruit and stuff I should just sell and not invest into land deeds. Okay. 16.8. Okay, so we got that one. I wonder, I think we get super lucky. We can get super lucky and get this clear run. That'd be nice. That'd be a decent day. What do we get? Purple twice, clear a couple times. I think we profited on a couple of the small mining things we did. Okay, we don't need this one. If I could snipe one more clear here, that's a pretty solid day. Could be here. I don't see any other people. Usually they're standing in this area. Did I get any clear here today? I don't think I did. Bruh. How about a claim, though? How about an oil? How about an oil just to let me know I don't need to be here? No? Alright. Didn't want it anyway. Bruh. What is this? Okay. How many bombs is that? Like 6, 7? Hello? Hello? Is this thing on? Oh my god. What the fuck? There's absolutely no shot it's missing this many with this finder to get a crude. I'm gonna delete myself. Okay. Not good. Not good. Well, there's no shot I'm making it to 10% of the blue today. Unfortunately. I'll have to keep chipping away. But I think, what are we at? 3.5 hours. Shit. I think I'm gonna end the stream there. Talk to you guys all later. Congrats to Belle for the last month's giveaway. Appreciate everybody checking out the stream today, talking, having fun, hopefully. Thank you for the follows on YouTube. If you guys haven't followed on Twitch yet, follow. Or sub. Hey, you can sub on Twitch. If you have a rotting Twitch Prime, don't leave that money for Jeff Bezos. Give that to the Entropia project. Yeah, join the Discord if you haven't. Still trying to build that community. Hopefully I hear back from the Creator Club at some point. That'd be cool. And talk to you guys in the next one.